Who was this two-time Purple Heart hero that preferred hay to rations? Welcome to Hidden History with Frank Strickland. Thank you for watching.
Now for a story from a time not so long ago, a conflict that many have come to know as the Forgotten War. But for those who lived it, and for one extraordinary figure in particular, nothing about it could ever be forgotten. The year was 1952. The place, the treacherous, shell-pocked hills of Korea. The men of the U.S. Marine Corps, specifically the Recoilless Rifle Platoon, Anti-Tank Company, 5th Marine Regiment, were locked in a brutal struggle. Their mission was vital, their burden heavy. And I mean that literally. Each round for their recoilless rifles weighed a staggering 24 pounds. Carrying these behemoths up steep, muddy slopes, often under relentless enemy fire, was a Herculean task for any human. They desperately needed help, a beast of burden perhaps. And so, for a sum of $250, a young Korean stable boy named Kim Huk-moon offered a solution. He sold a small, chestnut-colored creature standing only 14 hands high. It had once been a racehorse, known by the poetic name of Achim Hai, or Morning Fire. But racing was a luxury forgotten in the grim realities of war. This new recruit was initially underestimated. Small, agile, it quickly adapted to its new role. It learned the trails, memorized the routes from the supply depot to the front lines. With each trip, it would carry up to 9 recoilless rifle shells, sometimes 100 pounds of lethal cargo, strapped to its back. It traversed no man's land, that deadly stretch between the opposing forces, often without a lead rope, sometimes even without a handler. The Marines watched in awe as this tireless worker navigated incoming fire, often ducking into bunkers at the sound of artillery. It wasn't long before this creature became more than just a pack animal. It was a companion, a mascot, a friend. The Marines named it Reckless, a fitting moniker for its fearless dashes through danger. They fed it scrambled eggs, hot coffee in the mornings, sometimes even a cold bottle of Coca-Cola or a can of beer. It developed a taste for chocolate bars and, surprisingly, for cake. At night, it would wander into the tents, seeking warmth and affection, often laying its head on a sleeping Marine's cot. Reckless was present at the Battle of Outpost Vegas in March 1953, one of the most savage engagements of the war. For 5 relentless days, the outpost was pounded by an unceasing barrage. Ammunition ran critically low. Amidst the chaos and explosions, Reckless made 51 solo trips, weaving through the thick smoke and flying shrapnel, carrying crucial supplies forward, and on the return trips, carefully transporting wounded Marines to safety. During one of these harrowing journeys, Reckless was hit. Shrapnel tore into its flank, then again on its forehead. But it didn't stop. It delivered its cargo, returned for more, and only then allowed the corpsman to tend to its wounds. For its unwavering courage and for sustaining injuries in the line of duty, Reckless was awarded not 1, but 2 Purple Hearts. The commendations didn't stop there. Reckless was promoted, first to corporal, then to sergeant, becoming Sergeant Reckless. It received a Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, a Presidential Unit Citation, and numerous other honors. Its story spread, a beacon of hope and determination amidst the despair of war. After the armistice, a special order was cut. Sergeant Reckless would not be left behind. It was brought to the United States, a true war hero. Upon arrival, Sergeant Reckless was formally promoted to Staff Sergeant in a grand ceremony at Camp Pendleton, California, with full military honors. Its distinguished service continued as it participated in parades, made public appearances, and even appeared on television. It lived out its days in comfort, a symbol of resilience and loyalty, remembered fondly by every Marine whose life he touched.